every color we unite, together we shine, bring the light. Through stormy weather, through the pain, with open hearts, we'll break the chains. It's you and me, we'll stand so tall, in the rainbow's embrace, we'll never fall. Hand in hand, we'll share the dreams, a tapestry of love, woven at the seams. With every hue our voice is strong, together is one, where we all belong. It's you and me, we'll rise above, in the rainbow's embrace, we spread our love. In every corner of the earth we sing, a symphony of hope that unity brings. With every color, let our love soar, together as one, forevermore.
Good evening and welcome to the Universal Rainbow Faith Church, streaming live from Las Vegas, Nevada, here at the historic Commercial Center District. My name is Paula Sadler, and I am the founding minister and president of URF, and welcome to our Sunday, February 15th, 2026 evening service. Welcome on YouTube, on TikTok, and on Facebook. So grateful to be with you tonight, and thank you for joining. As we are still in our winter season, and this is a time of focusing on miracles of wisdom and transformation, our theme this month is liberation, love, and survival. And our weekly theme is love that endures and generations of faith. Our saint this month, we continue to honor Saint Sylvia Rivera. I hope you enjoyed our opening song, Embracing Togetherness. It is a URF original, and you can listen to that on YouTube and TikTok under our Sacred Music playlist. So like, share, subscribe, and enjoy all of our music. We have over 40 beautiful original songs. And beloveds, I welcome you in tonight to the Universal Rainbow Faith. This February, we are walking through liberation, love, and survival. And tonight, we explore love that endures across generations, across belief systems, and across life and beyond life itself. Love that survives difference, love that survives struggle, and love that survives even death. This evening, we have a special tribute in loving memory of my mom, B, also known as Mama B, or Beverley Ann Baker. She didn't like to use her full name, Beverly, but tonight is a special tribute for her. And so, in sacred remembrance and birthday, we have a few tributes this evening. And so this is in loving memory of Beverley Ann Baker. Tomorrow would be my mother's birthday. Next month marks 2 years since her passing. And these have been a difficult 2 years. When she left this earth, my salon had been closed for 6 months by Clark County from January to June of 2024. It was during one of the most devastating seasons of my life. At the time, I was unfairly and unjustly targeted while I was advocating for small and family-owned businesses and while living openly as a transgender woman. I was also fighting off an attempted extortion of over $120,000 against my business, and it took months in court to defend the truth. I lost my mother in the middle of that storm, but I felt her. The week that she passed and for months after, I felt her presence strongly, and I felt that she went to heaven and said, "Hey God, my daughter's having a difficult time. What can you do to help her?" And because of her fighting spirit and her love for me, I do believe that she helped me from above. and our loved ones are there, and they do sometimes come to help us. I remember I was told how I was baptized when I was born, Catholic, and my mother's side of the family is Catholic. In the 1970s, we became born again Christians, and so I was raised in a traditional evangelical Christianity. Sunday school, TBN ministries, Jimmy Swaggart, Paul and Jan Crouch, Kenneth Copeland, Billy Graham, all of them. And my mother was a faith-filled woman, and she believed that Jesus Christ was her Lord and Savior. She also believed in revelation and tribulation. And if she were living right now today, she might say that we are in the end times. And though she struggled when I first came out as transgender when I was 19, she loved me. Eventually, she did come to accept me as her daughter. And even with our fundamental belief differences, I know that she would be proud of me today, and that she believed in right and wrong, and she did try to teach me that. So, Mama B, I love you, and happy heavenly birthday tomorrow. And we have another birthday blessing for Teri, Denise, Noel coming up on February 18th. This week we also honor someone living, a luminous soul. Teri, Denise, Noel is one of my very best friends, spiritual mentors, a sister, a mother, a godmother, and simply an angel. Without her, I would not be standing here today in front of you. Not only at Universal Rainbow Faith, but not on the planet, most likely. She is one of my greatest spiritual teachers, always loving, always affirming, always encouraging me to have an open mind. And that's what I encourage you tonight to have. Simply keep an open mind. She introduced me to profound spiritual literature that fed my soul and awakened my hunger for deeper truth. Because of her, I sought more light. So many souls are enlightened because of her illuminating spirit. Teri, I bless you and I thank you on your earth journey and your journey throughout space and time. Happy birthday, and I love you. And another special tribute to Jennifer Nicole Hayes, who passed in 2010. Her birthday was February 12th. And I want to take a sacred moment to honor Jennifer Nicole Hayes. Jennifer was a big sister I never had growing up when I was young, and in my new transition at 19 years old, she was a mentor, a guide, and a light. And she helped me find courage. She helped me find my footing. She helped me find myself. Her life, unfortunately, was cut short in 2010 due to complications of drug and alcohol addiction. She was only 44 years old, and I was 34 when she passed. Addiction took her too soon, and in her honor, I carry a sacred vision. My goal is to establish a transgender recovery ranch here in Las Vegas and throughout the country, a safe, healing, equestrian-based property where transgender women and men can receive a full life reset. A 2-year holistic program offering alcohol and drug recovery treatment, trauma-informed therapy, medical care, GED completion if needed, trade skills training, life reintegration support, healing through nature and equine therapy. A place where people can become their most authentic self, most beautiful and healthy selves, the selves this world desperately needs them to be. To begin this vision, we are seeking a $2 million grant for the purchase of land, equestrian property, and program development. Jennifer, this dream is for you. Your life mattered, your light mattered, and your story will not be forgotten. May your spirit continue to guide those who are still fighting to survive. I love you, and happy birthday in heaven. And I look forward to hopefully one day opening Jen's Friend Recovery Ranch. So I thank you in your support in holding this vision and this dream that we can do this through this ministry, along with our beautiful new building and outreach, not only here, but globally. Our mission statement at Universal Rainbow Faith: we are a sacred spiritual home where LGBTQIA+ people and allies are fully affirmed, celebrated, and protected. We believe gender, love, and identity are divine expressions of the Creator. Our mission is to uplift, heal, and empower individuals through spiritual truth, radical inclusion, and sacred community. And our vision statement here at Universal Rainbow Faith. We are activating the rainbow light of love in the world. We envision a global spiritual community where every identity, every expression of love, and every truth is honored as sacred. We exist to affirm LGBTQIA plus people, especially queer, trans, and gender expansive individuals, as divinely created, spiritually central, and worthy of dignity, joy, and protection. Universal Rainbow Faith is a place where love liberates, truth heals, and every soul is welcome home. And welcome home, all of you. Our saint of the month, we continue to acknowledge Saint Sylvia Rivera, and her Remembrance Day is February 19th. Saint Sylvia Rivera teaches us that liberation is collective, and she reminds us that survival is sustained through chosen family, mutual aid, and radical love in action. She fought for those who were rejected by both society and movements, and she stood firm when others turned away. And today we remember love that endures is love that shows up. And you are being called to show up right here and right now. And we have our weekly reading from The Nature of Miracles. We do use my book, The Nature of Miracles, Volume 1, in our weekly services. You can follow along and get your copy online on Amazon as a hardcover. This is our hardcover edition, paperback, and ebook. And this is filled with journals, meditations, affirmations, and prayers, and channeled guidance. And this is a great book for anyone on the spiritual path, or if you just need inspiration. And it can be read all the way through, or a page a day. And this is about healing through the journaling process. So let's see what we have for today. One of the ways I like to use the book is simply to ask, dear God, what is it that I need to know today? Or what is it that we need to know today? And then just open the page, and whatever you read is just what is needed at that moment. And so today we turn to page 228. Today's affirmation: true identity and purpose. I am centered in the divine awareness of my true identity and purpose. My living of life is a reflection of divine awareness, manifesting through my physical actions. I break through personal suffering through silence. I remember who I am and why I am here. I agree to fully live the life I have chosen to live, a life of pure desire to submit and to be of service to divine will. I move out of the way and let go of my ego's need to try to control my life at any given time. I allow my own divinity to unfold in each moment as love, light, joy, peace, and harmony. It is my nature to do and be only good. I see with the eyes of my soul my life in perspective, and I empower myself through the daily practice of silence. I strengthen my connection with the divine purpose of my existence through prayer and affirmations. I am that I am. I choose to live my life fully. I choose life over death. I have the power of choice. I choose to release my will and accept the divine to choose for me in all moments of living of my life. So it is. And from page 229. Dear God and angels, what is it that we need to know about ourselves today in order to grow? Dear children of the universe, listen. Do you hear the music of life? We come to you now to remind you of your own divine nature and the part you play in the play of life. Life is that it is because the divine wills the living of life for your benefit. The earth is the schoolroom for earthly living. In the darkness and the stillness of the human soul is the schoolroom of the spirit and spiritual matters. You are being divinely guided and directed in every moment of your life to live the life that is yours alone to live. No one else can live it for you. No other person can live your life for you or do the work you must do in this life. Challenges will come to you wearing many faces. You'll be tested over and over again until you reach the state of awareness of purity of action in all you do. This is your life, and it is calling you to live and be courageous enough to live in the law of uncertainty. This lesson today, give your will to divine will, is a lesson many have gone through before you and many will continue to go through. You are a unique being with unique talents. Relax into your life. No matter what others say about your choices, you know what you must do, and it does not seem easy. It is unfamiliar, and it's okay. To feel strange, and it's okay to not be accepted by your family and friends. You know who to confide your deepest desires to and who not to. You're being guided because your world needs this now. Your release and growth, your prayers and blessings are affecting the world. You may not always see how they affect the world, but they do. It's most important you continue the discipline of self-actualization and realization and contemplation of all you do, to be conscious in every moment of your life and to live consciously, to never let your mind wander from the task at hand, which may change from time to time as you develop and grow, but still is a part of your grander purpose in this life. Spirit says, like the flowers of spring, you are guided to blossom at the right times in your life as guided by the divine. Dear Spirit, thank you for these gifts. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever, from Psalms 19:9. And that is today's special reading from the Nature of Miracles. And that takes us to our talk this evening, Love That Endures, Faith Across Generations. And so, beloveds, let us tell the truth this evening that this is not about marriage, this is not about policy nuance, this is not about religious liberty, this is about erasure. As I wrote this week in my blog, This Is Not About Marriage, an open letter on the erasure of LGBTQ plus people, what we are witnessing is not disagreement. It is a systematic attempt to roll back visibility, dignity, protection, and total existence. When language is removed, when healthcare is restricted, and when identities such as ours are criminalized, when books are banned from libraries and spaces, when love is debated, that is not a moral debate. That is power trying to erase people. And February's theme is liberation, love, and survival. And you're being called into this liberation right here and now. And survival means something is trying to destroy you. Liberation means something once bound you. And love means you refuse to become what is harming you. Last week, we focused on mutual aid, and we declared that mutual aid is holy work. But mutual aid is not only about food and rent assistance. Mutual aid is defending someone's existence, yours and mine, our community, and others that are in need. And it is standing in front of erasure and saying, no, you will not disappear my sibling. You will not legislate my child out of existence. You will not rewrite us into silence. And that, my friends, is holy and sacred work. And if you are engaged in that and you are doing that, blessings to you and thank you, and keep up doing what you're doing. And so this week, we look how love is sacred. In my Valentine reflection, Love is Sacred, I wrote that love does not become holy because the state recognizes it. Love is holy because it reflects the divine, and it just is. So before constitutions, before court decisions, and before churches built hierarchies, our love existed and love existed. And if God is love, which God is love, then love between consenting adults is not sin, whether it is two men or two women or trans people or whomever. Know that it is a sacred sacrament. When LGBTQIA plus people love, we are not rebelling against God, we are revealing God. And know that your love is revealing God, so continue and keep on loving. And that revelation threatens systems built on control and controlling us. And so let us look at the climate that we are living in. Let us not minimize what this moment is doing to people, the daily rhetoric, the legislative attacks, and the culture war against trans bodies, the policing of language, the demonization. This produces real trauma, and we are living in that trauma now. It is not metaphorical trauma, it is nervous system trauma. And communities under a sustained attack develop hypervigilance, anxiety, exhaustion, and spiritual depletion. And if this is what you are feeling right now, that is because we are in this trauma moment. We're in crisis. And so know that this is what cultural warfare actually does. And this is how oppression actually works. It's not always through physical camps first, but through psychological siege, which we are under, and spiritual siege. So when people say, oh, it's just politics, they're not paying attention, my friends. Because when a population such as ours is debated daily, such as we are seeing against Black and brown people and immigrants and LGBTQ people and trans people, when existence is framed as dangerous, when humanity is questioned, our humanity, know that that is dehumanization. And dehumanization always precedes cruelty. And history has shown us this each and every time. There is no mistaking it. And so we look now to generational faith as I think about my mother in this time, and I spoke about her earlier. She believed in revelation, she believed in tribulation, she believed in right and wrong, and she would likely look at this world and say that she feels we're in the end times or the end times are close. Of course, she did say that for 50 years, but the word revelation, what it actually means is apocalypsis, and it means it's an unveiling. So this revelation, we're revealing, we're unveiling. Well, what is it that we're unveiling? Maybe what we are experiencing is this great and sacred and holy unveiling in this time of revelation. And it is the unveiling of systems that were always unjust. It is the unveiling of racism and misogyny and transphobia and authoritarian impulse. The unveiling of moral panic disguised as righteousness and goodness, but also the unveiling of our courage, the unveiling of queer and LGBTQ joy that refuses extinction, and the unveiling of communities that will not go backward. To all of our Black and brown brothers and sisters, to all women, to all of those who are disabled, to all of our LGBTQ, to anyone deemed other, that we will not go back. We will not go back to 1964 or before. We will not go back to segregation. We will not go back to Jim Crow. We will not go back to criminalizing women for wearing pants or being the property of of men. We will not go back. There is nothing to go back to. We can only move forward. And although my mother and I had deep differences, but she raised me to stand for what I believe is right. And here's the truth. Liberation often grows out of the soil of strict belief. You either replicate the fear or you transmute it into freedom. I don't know about you, but I choose freedom. And I am calling you and charging you with that. I challenge you to choose freedom in this moment. And we look at Saint Sylvia Rivera, know that she did not fight for polite inclusion. She fought because people were dying. Our community was dying. And she fought because trans youth were homeless, children, teenagers. She fought because even within movements, the most marginalized were pushed aside. She understood what we must understand here today. When power says, wait your turn, survival says, we don't have time. Liberation, my friends, is not gentle when survival is on the line, and our survival is on the line. Many people's survival is on the line right now, right here, somewhere in the world. Someone is dying because they cannot go on living. Someone cannot believe there is any hope or any light. They have been pushed out of their homes. They have been disowned from their own governments. They are seeking asylum and refuge in somewhere, someplace that they can't find. And they have lost touch with that power within and the Creator within that loves them unconditionally, even when the world turns them away. And we must be there to stand for them and to help them so our next generation can go on. And so we have a choice that is before us. And so what do? We do not become what we oppose. We do not become the hatred. We do not surrender to despair. We do not collapse into silence. We become disciplined love. We build institutions, just like we are here at the Universal Rainbow Faith. We defend each other, whether we're out in the streets with a sign, or whether we are with any number of organizations that are helping our community, whether we're speaking at town halls, in any way that we can be visible to defend each other, to help each other pay for legal fees and cost, and to be there for one another. We create theology that protects rather than harms, like all of the beautiful affirming churches and spiritual institutions throughout that support our community and who we are as spiritual and divine beings and as humans, deserving of every right and dignity and respect that everyone else is afforded. We sing songs, we write truth, and we show up, just like I'm showing up here for you right now. And we refuse to disappear. I refuse to disappear, and I know that you choose to refuse to disappear, and that's why you are here this evening. And let this be clear. Any law that seeks to erase LGBTQIA plus people is unjust and is spiritually abusive. Any theology that produces cruelty is corrupted. And any system that requires someone to deny their identity to survive is not holy. And know that love that endures is not fragile. It must be strong. It is resilient. It survives oppression, and it even survives death. And so know that it also survives doctrine, and it survives regimes, and we will, and it will survive this regime. And when power attempts erasure, as it will, we answer with covenant. We answer with community everywhere, globally. And we answer with sacred, defiant love. That, my friends, is spiritual liberation in its highest form. It is what God wills us to do in this moment, to liberate ourselves and to liberate others. That is real love. That is divine love. And that is survival. And we will survive. And so it is. Amen. And a final word, I want you to know that we're not here by accident. You do not find this recording by accident or this live stream by accident. That we are not here in this time on the planet, our community, and all of the light workers and those who are working to bring humanity back from inhumanity, and to bring peace, and to bring love and compassion, empathy, kindness, joy for all people everywhere. And we are alive in this moment, not by any mistake. History, my friends, has placed us here at this very moment. And it is not to collapse under the pressure we are under. It is to reveal who we are. So if you are feeling the weight of the world and you feel that you may collapse under the pressure, know that this pressure is forming you like a diamond. Do you know how much pressure it takes to create a diamond? That's what our higher power, that's what God is fashioning you to be, a brilliant and beautiful gem full of light, to reveal who you truly are. And so this is a time of the unveiling. And so then let us be unveiled. Let our courage be unveiled. Let our compassion be unveiled. Let our discipline be unveiled. And let our refusal to hate be unveiled. We do not answer erasure with disappearance. I promise I will be here with you every week to support you and guide you and love you and be in community with you. And so we answer erasure with patience and presence. We do not answer cruelty with cruelty. We answer it with unshakable truth, divine truth. We do not answer fear with silence. We must not be silent. We must speak our truth and share that with everyone. And we answer it with covenant between you and me and what we're creating right now in this sacred and holy space. So I charge you to stand firm in your name, stand firm in your body, and stand firm in your love for yourself and others, and even for your enemies. Because love that endures outlives regimes, and love that endures outlives panic, and love that endures outlives all lies. And if the world is being unveiled, and it is, then let us see it clearly, through clear eyes, full of love, unapologetically, compassionately, unmovable. This is our hour to endure. And we will. And so it is. Amen. And let us take that into our time of meditation. And the title of our meditation this evening is Holding Love Across Time. And love that endures. Beloveds, let us settle in. If it feels comfortable, gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. Take a slow breath in And release it fully. Again, breathe in deeply through your nose and out through your mouth. Exhale slowly. Let your nervous system soften and know that you are safe in this moment. Imagine the noise of the world slowly fading into the background. The headlines, the rhetoric, the arguments, the daily assault on dignity. Let it just drift outward gently, far away. Not ignored, but no longer sitting inside your body. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Today you have heard about erasure, about systems that try to define who belongs, about the temptation of power to control love. I want you now to imagine something deeper. Before any law was written, before any doctrine was codified, before any government debated existence, love already existed. Now feel that love that existed. Love that was here before policy. Love that was here before any institutions. Love that was here before fear. Divine and sacred love. And that love, that sacred defined love, it lives in you right now. And imagine yourself standing in a long line of generations. Behind you is your mother, your ancestors, those who struggled, those who believed differently, those who loved imperfectly but sincerely. Ahead of you, future generations, children not yet born, communities not yet formed, voices not yet heard. You stand in the middle. You are a bridge. Feel your feet rooted in the earth. Feel your spine steady. You are not small in this story. Now imagine a light within your chest, not a fragile light, not a flickering candle, a steady, unwavering flame. This is disciplined love. This is love that endures. This is love that does not collapse when the world trembles. This is love that refuses erasure. Let that flame go brighter and brighter and brighter, not aggressive, not frantic. It is steady. It is clear. It is unapologetic. And now imagine those who feel under siege. Trans youth, queer elders, immigrants, Black and brown communities, anyone whose existence is debated. See them standing in light as well. See their light now connecting to yours. No one alone, no one erased, no one forgotten. Now imagine a future voice speaking to you. A voice from decades ahead, centuries ahead. It says, you endured. You did not become what harmed you. You chose love over panic. You stood when it would have been easier to disappear. Now let those words settle deep in your spirit. Take a slow breath in and feel your strength. Take a slow breath out. Release fear that does not belong to you. Repeat silently. Love is sacred. My existence is sacred. Erasure has no authority over truth. I endure. One more breath in and exhale. Knowing now Love that endures, outlives regimes, outlives fear, outlives lies. And when you are ready, gently open your eyes, returning to this space and time. Wiggle your toes, roll your fingers, and be in this moment, in this space. And carry now this steady flame that is within your heart, within the center of your being, into the world. And so it is. Amen. Oh, wasn't that beautiful? What a beautiful meditation. And let's just take all that in as we introduce our special music this week, our new song titled Love That Endures. Breathe low, stay grounded. Love was here before the sound. They can write their laws in ink and fear. They can shout until the sky can hear. They can try to name what we are not. But love was here before they thought, before the chords, before the lines, before they twisted sacred signs, before they claimed the right to choose who wins, who stays, who gets to lose. We are not a headline, we are not debate. We are living proof love will not be erased. This is love that endures, stronger than the storm, sacred in its truth, unapologetically born. We are light in the night, we are steady flame. You can try silence, but love remains. Love remains. We've seen the noise, we felt the weight. We watched compassion weaponized by hate. But survival is a holy vow, and we are still standing now. Hand in hand we rise as one. The work of justice has begun. Mutual care, collective grace. No soul forgotten, none erased. From the past to what will be, we are history in motion. We are dignity. Future voices call our name. Stand in love. Do not become the same. This is love that endures, unshaken alive. Not permission to exist, but the right to thrive. We are light in the night. We are sacred climb. You can try to bury us, but love remains. Care is sacred, love is active. We survive together. And let us affirm together, care is sacred, love is active, and we survive together. Again, repeat after me. Care is sacred, love is active, and we survive together. And so it is. What a beautiful song, and you can hear that and all of our others on our Sacred Music playlist on YouTube. We have over 40 amazing original songs. You can just go to that playlist and click play and listen to all of them in a row. And now that brings us to our announcements. Throughout February, we remain grounded in our monthly focus, liberation, love, and survival. This season invites us to examine what sustains us, what threatens dignity, and how sacred love becomes a force for endurance in challenging times. As we move towards St. Sylvia Rivera's Remembrance Day on February 19th, we continue honoring her legacy of collective care, spiritual courage, and radical love in action. And we have some new URF blog reflections. We have some new writings that have been published on our website. Our first is This Is Not About Marriage, an open letter on the erasure of LGBTQ plus people. This reflection examines the current cultural and legislative climate, naming the deeper issue beneath the surface debate, the systematic erasure of LGBTQIA plus dignity and existence. And it calls us to moral clarity, spiritual discipline, and compassionate resistance. And Love is Sacred, a Valentine reflection on LGBTQ plus history, courage, and the spiritual power of partnership. A reminder that love does not become holy through government approval. It is sacred because it reflects the divine. This reflection honors queer courage across generations and reclaims love as sacrament. And you can read those on universalrainbowfaith.org, scroll to the bottom of the page for our blog, or click the 3 bars at the top of the page and select our blog menu. Also, we have a letter from the future, a call from the heart of humanity. This is a visionary reflection inviting us to imagine what future generations might say about this moment in history and how we are called to act now with wisdom and courage. We did have our Founders Day special reading, and you can find that reflection and decree online. It's a sacred document that affirms the LGBTQIA plus lives are holy, protected, and worthy of sanctuary. And we have our statement in support of freedom of expression. Universal Rainbow Faith recently released a public statement affirming freedom of speech, artistic expression, and human dignity, including support for artists who uplift LGBTQIA plus visibility and refuse erasure. And that was our blog post in support of Bad Bunny and freedom of expression. Because we believe expression rooted in dignity and truth is sacred. Our February sacred observances, we have LGBTQ plus History Month for the UK and Europe. We have our ongoing winter season of miracles, wisdom, and transformation, and St. Sylvia Rivera's Day, February 19th. We encourage you to visit our Holy Day and Observances page to explore the full calendar of sacred dates, including recently new added observances. And we did our personal remembrance this evening for my mom, Beverley Ann Baker, Mama B, and Teri, Noel, and Jennifer Hayes. May all who grieve feel the nearness of those who shaped us and continue to guide us in spirit. And now, as for our time of tithes and offerings, know that your generosity sustains inclusive worship, pastoral care, prophetic teaching, music ministry, and mutual aid efforts. And you can make your contributions online on our donate tab or go to tithes and offerings. We take contributions through Tithely, all secure payments with an instant receipt for your tax deductible contribution, as we are a full 501c3. And know that any amount given, every dollar, supports all that we do to support our entire community and healing everywhere. And we thank you for your generosity. And we invite you to stay connected with us at universalrainbowfaith.org with your free account, and also to take advantages of all the services that we offer. Our sacred name certificate, gender affirming and name affirming certificates, along with letters of religious exemption. And you can connect with us on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok under Universal Rainbow Faith and Universal Rainbow Faith Church. And our special blessing to you: may our hearts remain open to truth, may our spirits remain steady in compassion, and may our love remain disciplined, courageous, and enduring. Thank you for being a part of this sacred movement, and those are our announcements this evening. And in closing, my closing words to you this evening, and our closing prayer. Divine love, bless the generations before us and the generations after us. Teach us to hold difference without hatred, conviction without cruelty, faith without fear. May love endure in life, in memory, and in eternity. Amen, and so it is. And our closing affirmation together: love endures, truth stands, and we carry it forward. So I pray, go in courage, go in compassion, go knowing that love survives even across worlds, across galaxies and distant universes, across cities and states, across everywhere in this world and beyond, and from heart to heart. So I thank you for joining us this evening, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Namaste, blessings to you, my friends. Thank you so much. Please hit the like, subscribe, and share, and get the word out about what we're doing here and building this beautiful spiritual community together. And so feel free to join in our closing song. I invite you to sing along to embrace togetherness.
In every color we unite, together we shine, bring the light. Through stormy weather, through the pain, with open hearts we'll break the chains. It's you and me, we'll stand so tall in the rainbow's embrace, we'll never fall. Hand in hand, we'll share the dreams, a tapestry of love woven at the seams. With every hue, our voice is strong, together and as one, where we all belong. It's you and me, we'll rise above in the rainbow's embrace. We spread our love in every corner of the earth. We sing a symphony of hope that unity brings. With every color, let our love soar, together as one, forevermore.
Thank you, and have a good evening, and we'll see you next week. Blessings.